Following the UN Security Council's passing of new sanctions against North Korea, South Korean President Moon Jae-in spoke on the phone Monday with U.S. President Donald Trump and in a separate call with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to discuss how to deter Pyongyang from any more provocations. We now connect to our Blue House correspondent Hwang Hojun for more. Hojun, what do you know about the calls?
Well, Devin, just about half an hour ago, the presidential office of Cheong confirmed President Moon Jae-in's latest phone call with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Now, according to the Blue House spokesperson, the phone call this afternoon lasted about 20 minutes. The two leaders discussed how to further cooperate with one another to prevent Pyongyang from carrying out additional hostile actions, and even a trilateral cooperation, including the U.S., was also discussed as well. And earlier in the morning, President Moon spoke with President Trump for nearly an hour, during which they both acknowledged the need for strong security in the region due to Pyongyang's continual provocations, and reaffirmed their intent to cooperate with one another and with the international community to apply the maximum pressure and sanctions to get North Korea to make the right decision and give up its nuclear program. These points are all the more relevant with the joint South Korea-U.S. military exercise slated to take place at the end of August, which could lead to another provocation by the North. He also brought up allowing South Korea to have missiles with a larger payload by revising the bilateral guidelines concerning Seoul's arsenal, something initially proposed during the Seoul Washington summit in July. Now, this would be done to better cope with the North's growing threat, and President Moon asked for his U.S. counterparts' backing. Devin, so as you mentioned, the phone conversations with both Abe and Trump come amid two significant recent incidents. One, the ICBM test that Pyongyang carried out twice in July, and two, the unanimous decision over the weekend by the UN Security Council, including China and Russia, to adopt a resolution imposing the most punishing sanctions yet on North Korea. President Moon brought up the subject of the sanctions earlier in the day during his weekly meeting with his top aides, saying he hopes the new resolution will be an opportunity to bring about a change in North Korea's behavior.
북한은 이번 제재 결의로 국제사회가 보여준 확고한 의지를 분명히 인식하여 더 이상의 도발을 중단하고 대화의 길로 나오기 바랍니다.
However, President Moon reiterated that the ultimate goal of the pressure and sanctions, which are based on force, is to bring North Korea back to the table for talks. And he underscored to President Trump that another war on the peninsula is absolutely unacceptable. Devin?